Senator Pangilinan, you still have a few more minutes left.
Thank you, thank you. I'd like to move to another subject matter. No? Kasi nabanggit kanina ni Mr. Nieto, si Mr. Roll, no? Who was connected with my office. Tanong ko lang, did you find any direct connection between the posts of the 7 senators and the role of Mr. Roll in such posting?
Good morning, Senator. The posts about the 7 senators came from Silent No More PH.
No. I'm asking you, did you find any direct involvement of Mr. Roll in the posting of the Silent No More post? Did you find her direct involvement?
No, and I have
Okay,
never
thank you.
claimed any.
Thank you. So you did not find any direct involvement of Mr. Roll?
None so far.
Thank you. That's clarified. You mentioned, Mr. Nieto, your blog is Thinking Pinoy.
Yes, sir.
And then in one of your blogs, I think in 2016, you said that you wrote an article about the reasons why LP needs to assassinate Duterte.
Yes.
That's an opinion, right?
Yes, it is. Thinking Pinoy,
You had no facts to buttress that opinion?
Mr. Senator.
Because that is a serious statement.
Yes. Thinking Pinoy, sir, is a political...
So are there were there facts? Did you provide facts for you to be able to somehow conclude that the LP needs to assassinate President Duterte?
Actually, sir, I can answer that if you'll just let me talk, with all due respect.
Yeah, I will let you talk. Go ahead.
Thank you, sir.
That's why I'm asking.
Thinking Pinoy is a political opinion blog, and I like imagining scenarios based on what I think is how people would act. I try to understand human nature. So when I wrote that particular post about why LP would need to assassinate Duterte, I'm not saying that LP will assassinate Duterte. What I'm saying here is what are the incentives behind doing that. So it's basically more like, for a business, it's like continuity planning, seeing contingencies, preparing for the worst. But I'm not saying that it will actually happen. And I'm not saying that LP indeed intends to do that.
Yes, I understand.
Yes, sir.
Of course, I'm saying this in the context of many events that have taken place in the last several months, wherein the LP has been the whipping boy of those who feel that threatened by our dissent or our criticisms. Lahat na lang sa amin sinisisi. Nung hindi na confirm si Secretary Yasay, may LPD stab daw. Meron daw 100 million pondo na para daw sa mga testigo, sabi ng Department of Justice, LP daw ang gumawa nun. Napaka-conveniente. So it somehow falls into that kind of framing, no? That the LP needs to assassinate Duterte. Also, here you said, Thinking Pinoy 2016,
Yes, sir.
An alleged plan by Liberal Party to take over government.
Which particular article was that, sir?
It says, oust Duterte, Laila, Lenny, Lourdes, Loida, LP, People Power Duterte.
Yes.
So you confirm that you also wrote this article?
Yes, I wrote that article, but it's also an analysis of possibilities. So basically, what I tried to do in that article is to look for possibilities.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that they are certainties, but in the viewpoint of information that's available to the public, that's what a normal what a normal thinking person on the street would conclude. But as far as I can see, I never made any allegations there of people plotting whatever.
Well, another question. No? Earlier, Senator Binay raised the question of being compensated. And all of you said you were not being compensated during the elections.
Yes.
Are you being compensated now by government?
Right now, I am a consultant for the Department of Foreign Affairs. I am the head of strategic communications content of the Office of the Undersecretary for Migrant Workers Affairs. Initially, I wanted to work there pro bono because I don't want to get hit just like how Mocha got hit when somebody says she earns like 100,000 a month.
How much are you receiving?
Right now, it's just 12,000 pesos a month, a very nominal amount.
So you are now a consultant,
Yes, just a consultant for DFA OMWA.
head of the strategic communications.
Yes, sir.
So in the same discussion earlier, you are now a consultant working in government,
Yes.
and therefore, arguably, well, no, not arguably, I would say, you are also covered by the code of conduct of public workers and public officials and employees. In the same way that ASEC Uson is also covered by the code of conduct. You're receiving 12,000 pesos a month as a consultant. Do you have people under you?
No.
So you work on your own?
Yes.
Okay, so you don't have any, do you have an office?
No, not really.
Okay, so you work,
So basically what happens here is I just help communicate the updates of the Office of OMWA to my OFWs, and that's it. So
yes, okay.
Yeah.
Now that you are in, you are now a consultant in government.
Yes.
Then I would raise the same issues as earlier raised with ASEC Mocha Uson. Hindi na pwedeng vlogger lang na pwedeng kahit ano isulat. Dahil nga head ka na ng strategic communication ng isang sensitibong departamento ng ating gobyerno.
ano po?
No?
Ma'am, sir, consultant lang ako. Yung sinabing head, pakyut lang na position title yun. Pero I
Nakalagay
don't
dito,
have-
sorry, kasi ang nakalagay dito is the
Yeah.
head of the strategic communications under office of, galing sa opisina, galing sa blog mo to eh.
Well, with all due respect, Mr. Senator, I think I don't lose my right to free speech when I join.
No, wait, let me clarify before we go through that. This is in your blog. You
Oh,
said
yes.
you are head of strategic communications
Yes.
under the office of Undersecretary for Migrant Workers. Right?
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
This is your blog.
Yes, yes.
Okay, thank you. So, and now you're saying, yes, I am the head of the strategic communication, but I am still blog. That's your position.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So, well, we disagree. No, because obviously, since you are now earning from taxpayers' money, you are now part of our government bureaucracy as a consultant, you are covered by the laws. Just as we senators are covered by, free speech is not absolute.
Yes, sir.
And we in the Senate can be held accountable through a ethics case if we abuse. Pagka inabuso namin ang aming pananalita, if it is unparliamentary, if it is offensive. In fact, our rules say, pagka merong offensive language, this is unparliamentary and we can be subjected to an ethics case.
Mr. Senator, and with all due respect, I think it's not a crime to hurt feelings. And if the good senator feels that I have broken any law, or if
No, I am not.
going
May I correct that misimpression? I'm not saying you've broken any law. I am just clarifying your position in government
okay.
and the possible consequences or the possible and the obligations and duties and responsibilities. That's all that I'm saying.
Okay po.
I have 1 more minute.
Senator Pangilinan, you can always ask
Thank you.
in between.
No,
But
this
we
was-
want to ask the ones that have to go to the CA to ask the most relevant. You don't finish your 10 minutes after Senator Pangilinan, so you can come back later.
We got this post on, where is this? Facebook.
Alin po?
This is you, no?
Alin po ba yan?
Doing our ocular in the Senate on the eve of the hearing. You posted this, no?
I didn't say there was an ocular. I just say, look, that's not it's not posted on my Facebook.
Oh, it's with RJ Nieto. Sorry.
Yeah, so
Mike
it's-
Acebedolo. Who is Mike Acebedolo?
So I didn't post it.
So where is Mike? Is he here?
Yeah. it's
So
there.
can you shared it? Okay. But you were here. You confirmed that you were here and this is
Yes,
authentic.
yes.
And it is about, you were in the office of Senator De Lima.
In front of her door.
And then you outside and you put the numbers 222.
No, it's they put it there.
Ah,
Leila staff.
and you were saying, doing our ocular in the Senate.
No, it was Mike who said that, not me.
Sorry, yes. But no, but you were together with him.
Yeah, I was together with him.
So, you know, you are head of the communications, strategic communications under the office of Undersecretary of Migrant Workers. You do not see anything wrong, or no, let me qualify,
Yes.
let me rephrase my statement. Has this anything to do, this is a social media site, somebody uploaded it, I assume do you share, or somebody shared it rather?
Him, yeah.
Yes.
So what exactly, sir, is
Did
objection
you,
of
You shared
were
it.
you administered an oath, BM Lopez? Maybe would you like him to? Secretariat, please. Please raise your right hand.
Do you swear to tell the truth and nothing but the truth in these proceedings? Thank you.
Okay. Sorry, sir.
So RJ, Mr. Nieto, you shared this.
No.
In your own page, you shared this in your own page.
I was tagged in my page and it automatically appeared.
So you didn't share.
But I was not the person who wrote the caption. Wait, Franco. All that I did there was to post with him in the photo. So I think I cannot be held accountable for what's written.
It appears on your page, though.
Yes, it does.
Okay. So now that it's appearing on your page, you can take it down if you wish.
Oh, yeah.
Yes. I'm not saying you should take it down, no, but
Well,
I'm just saying you can.
Yeah, I can if I want to.
And it's also on the Thinking Pinoy.
Yes. The thing
Which
is,
you
that picture was shared two times. The first was when Mike shared it, and there was the accompanying caption that, ocular. But that's Mike's problem, not mine. Now, for the Thinking Pinoy Facebook page, I also posted that picture. 1 second. And I'll just get the accompanying caption.
Madam Chair, with the permission of Senator Pangilinan.
Yes, I'm just
we-
wrapping it
And
up.
the only
That's
account.
okay. I have to leave because for the CA you can continue. Madam Chair, we just ask to be excused for 10 minutes. We'll just vote on this commission appointments, and I'll be right back. I speak for myself only, Madam Chair, not for Secretary.
Is your vote important, Senator?
This is on the confirmation of Secretary Simato, Your
Okay,
Honor.
go. At the end.
Well, I have to go also in a while.
Okay, Senator Cynthia would like to ask one question. I think, ma'am, he won't yield. He'd like to.
No, I can yield, but he hasn't completed his
Yes, sir.
answer.
Your answer.
Yeah.
Just to complete his answer, then I will yield.
On October 3rd, 10:01 a.m. Yeah, when is October 3rd? I think my phone is still using New York time. So anyway, wait, don't coach me. All right. I posted the picture, and the accompanying caption is, "When you see it." It shows a picture of me in front of Senator De Lima's office. Oh, there. So I don't have to describe it anymore. All right, the next post will be, oh yeah, and that's it. Now, if I think that I am entitled to free speech and I am allowed to express my political ideas, and if anybody thinks that there's something objectionable about that, I think they could just write a complaint, send it to me, and we'll talk about it. Otherwise, I think I am entitled to be free from prior constraint.
Well, actually, that's precisely the point that I raised earlier, and this is my last point, and I have no follow-up questions. Being now a consultant in a sensitive position in government, heading its strategic communications for migrant workers, you are now bound by the code of conduct,
Yes.
and you may have to rethink. You have to choose. We're not saying if you want to do this, then you have to make a decision. Diba? If you want to continue doing this and be a blogger, my view is precisely you have to decide. Do I want to be a consultant or do I want to just be a blogger? You don't have to answer that, Mr. Nieto. I'm just saying that acts such as this from a government consultant holding a sensitive position would be, at the minimum, unacceptable.
Sorry. No, it's not about you, sir. I just heard a very funny comment from Senator Villar. But with all due respect, Mr. Senator, that which is not prohibited is allowed. So if the good senator can find a law that I broke or I violated by doing those two things, being someone in OMWA and then doing those things in the pictures, then again, just like what I said, please send a complaint, let's talk about it. If it's wrong, I'll stop doing it. Now, if I were just given a choice, I don't want to work in DFA. Parang alila lang kami dun and I only get 12,000. It's not even enough to pay for taxi. It's just that DFA needs me more than I need them and I want to help the government succeed. Hindi po ako nagyayabang. I'm just helping them. Because when I have 700,000 followers and my engagement is equal to about Inquirer plus Rappler on my engagement on Facebook. And I basically want to lend my platform so that we can reach out easier to OFWs. So basically po, pittance lang yung 12K. But if you somehow think, or anybody here can prove, na I'm breaking laws by doing those two things, then let's talk about it. And if it's necessary, I'll resign. Yun lang po.
Well, when you are part of the government bureaucracy in a department in the executive, one is political neutrality. The code of conduct requires that. And you must observe standards of personal conduct in the discharge and execution of your duty. So these are some of the provisions that you may have to visit and then be guided by.
Noted.
Mr. Chairman,
Madam Chair.
I think, Mr. Chairman, it will be very difficult for Mr. Nieto to rethink his position because then he would be called rethinking Pinoy and not thinking Pinoy.
But that was
Madam
funny.
Chair.
Okay, let's
Madam
give a
Chair.
chance to Senator Villar. I would like to ask just one question because she needs to go directly to the Committee on Appointments.
I am a victim of fake news, but I never ask my people to practice fake news. Except what happened to the 7 senators becoming victim of